Sitting with me and Rob, we have Andrea Cooley, and also on the phone we have Dr. Brent Agan. Dr. Agan, are you there?
I am here.
Hey, welcome to the show, Doc.
Thank you very much for calling in. Yeah, before we
Andrea in the studio here. This is
coming.
modern technology at its finest. We got someone on the phone and somebody right here in front of us. How much cooler does it get there, Doc?
Before we start delving into exactly why you're here, tell us a little bit about Andrea, your background, and what you do. And then Dr. Agan, can you do the same?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. I'm an author. I'm so happy to say that. This is my first book. I know.
Congratulations.
A published
Woo,
author.
That's even better because I'm
Yes.
an author. I never published anything.
I've been writing for about 16 years. Mostly my background is professional and technical writing, anywhere from business proposals, technical software manuals.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
How does that, how do you live through that?
Actually, it's a great living.
Well, I don't mean like
Yeah.
that. I don't mean about the paycheck. 'Cause I assume they have to pay you well.
They do pay me
But
well.
what different, how your books are so different?
The books are very different. It comes from being a very diversified writer, and writing is what I do well, and it's what I love. And a friend of mine told me many years ago, if you're a good writer, you can write anything well. And I took that to heart, and I really applied that in what it is that I do for a living. And I found that I was able to do that working for technology mostly.
And that is where the money is, with the corporate side of business.
That's right.
Now, Dr. Agan, you're not an author, are you?
I try to be, no, but it's a hobby. It's hobby more or less, and that's kind of what brought Andrea and I together. And so she's the professional. I do it as a hobby, and have learned a lot from her. And this has been a very rewarding process.
Well, tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm actually board certified in family medicine. I've had a family practice out of residency now for a little over 5 years, and I just have a real interest and focus on health, nutrition, aging, hormones, pretty much everything that has to do with aging and nutrition. So that's kind of how we're wrapped up into this book, and actually I got interested in the topic.
You know, Doc, we had a conversation earlier. I don't want to take us off track, but let's say I were to say I'm in my mid-30s. What age group does that really kind of cover?
In your mid-30s?
Yeah.
Well, truthfully, it's kind of at the
That
turning
wasn't our
point.
conversation.
You're not approaching a midlife crisis by any means, but we found that a lot of things start to change in the mid-30s. It starts to quite slowly, and then as you get into the 40s, and then obviously 50s, the big number, things start to progress a little bit more rapidly. But the body starts changing, and it's really about 35 is the magic number. You lose some risks of things, but you gain some.
Thank you very much for saying that, because that was our debate.
I knew
I'm
you were
younger
gonna
than
say
35.
that,
He's
Doc.
older than 35.
Oh boy.
You know, Dr. Agan, before we start talking about how our aging for dummies, tell us a little bit about precision weight loss.
Precision weight loss, yeah, it's a program that we developed just about 18 months ago, and we really focused on developing a weight loss program that really stayed away from a lot of the unsafe methods as far as some of the fad diets. We wanted to get a program that really was focused on maintenance. Right now, statistically, about 90% of dieters fail. And so we started a program that was more of a lifestyle change, and we wanted statistically to be better than a lot of other programs nationally with our maintenance program.
Hence, that's how you and Andrea kind of came together and developed what you guys developed. Do you want to share a little bit about that, Andrea?
Dr. Agan and I got together and started actually writing. Dr. Agan had an idea for a book in late 2004. I'm a patient of Dr. Agan's.
Okay.
He has a small membership medical practice, and it's really great because you get to know your doctor very well.
Mm-hmm.
And one day he said, "Hey, I have this idea," and he's like, "What do you do for a living?" And I said, "Well, I'm a writer." And he said, "Well, that's great because I have this really awesome idea. I just don't have time to write a book." And this idea was born, and we got together. And in October of 2004, we started writing a book.
Wow.
And we put it together, and we spent a lot of time. And we got a literary agent as a result of it. in 2 weeks, I might add, which is completely unheard of. Completely unheard of. We were very blessed, and a lot of people told us, you'll never do it. And the more they told us that, the more we were determined to do it. And the synergy between the two of us was just fantastic. His creative ideas, my writing talent, everything just flowed. As a result of this agent who fell in love with our work, was able to not only shop this piece around, but that was the catalyst for getting us Healthy Aging for Dummies. And as a result of that, we started working on that in July of last year. We were,
and it's already done, so that's unheard of too, isn't it?
We are in the final stages of our edits, but it's available for it's already available for purchase for pre-orders, and it will be on the shelves October 1st of this year.
Now, when it hits the stands in October, it is under the
Self-help?
Dummies.
Yes.
Oh. Cover.
Yes.
The whole
How did
shooting
you get
match.
that? Because
how does that happen?
Yeah.
Well, it was a needle in a haystack. This was another one of those where the publishers, Wiley, were the ones who went out to their literary agent. They had the idea. They knew healthy aging was a hot topic. They go out to their literary agents that they work with and say, find us an author and an expert, a doctor. It has to be an MD. And bring us back proposals. And so out of all of the candidates that came back from these literary agents, Dr. Egan and I were selected, and this was in a matter of 2 weeks.
Well, congratulations.
You're a published
That's
author
huge.
And this in 2 weeks.
And
That's
then
great.
boom.
And
That's
then boom,
huge.
we signed a contract in December of last year, and we've been working on it ever since.
Congratulations, Doc.
I know
you.
we're running out of time, but I know Be Cool is a collective effort on both of your names. What is next for Be Cool Productions? I mean, obviously it's a joint effort.
More books.
More really?
We'll strike while the iron's hot, right?
Yes.
Keep moving.
Dr. Egan, what's your next book going to be about?
God, we both have had some projects that we've been working on privately that we kind of want to work together on, and so it's probably going to be a little bit more free-flowing writing because that's what I know Andrea loves to do, and I think
because she hadn't gotten a chance to do it for a while, right?
Fiction.
Yeah, exactly.
Fiction.
So yeah, we're going to hopefully put some creative ideas in her creative writing and hopefully come up with something good to follow.
I think it's great. Do you have contact information for either one of you, or Dr. Egan? And I'm sure you want more patients, maybe.
No,
Your
not.
website, Dr. Egan?
Yeah, it's precisionweightloss.com.
PrecisionWeightLoss.com.
And mine is becoolproductions.com or healthyagingfordummies.com.
That's right.
You know, and you couldn't have asked for two more beautiful people to promote this book than you two.
Well, you guys
I
are the
think that's
epitome
great.
of healthy aging, I guess.
That's
I don't
very
know.
nice.
Who knows how old you guys are? That's even great.
I don't
You could be
know.
60 and the book works. You.
Thank you very much for calling in. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, appreciate it. Thanks, guys.